In today's video, I'm going to show you my best kept secret, the indicator that I would never be able to trade without. Alright, what's up everyone and welcome to today's video. Now that I have your attention, let's be real, alright? There is no holy grail in trading. There is no one indicator that will help you solve all your problems. When you are a professional trader trading a technical system like I am, you quickly start to understand that it doesn't really matter what indicators you're using or what system you're trading. What really matters to become a successful trader is what happens up here. The mindset that you have and the ability to think in terms of probabilities. With that said, in today's video, I want to take a look at one of the indicators that I use in my system, the trading system called RLZ Method that I've been trading for 6 years, and I've been developing that myself, and I'm continuously developing that on a daily basis. And today we're going to be talking about the stochastics RSI and how I apply it to my trading. So here we have a chart of Euro NCD, and this is a forex pair, right? But I'm trading this system in the crypto market as well. So if you're interested, if you're a crypto trader or if you're a forex trader, know that you can apply this knowledge to both markets. And what I would recommend is just try it out, okay? Don't trust me, just backtest this and try it out for yourself. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some good results. But today I want to show you how I use the stochastics in my system. So let's first look at how we are going to add this to the chart. This is a free indicator in inside TradingView. All you have to do is just click indicators up here, search for stochastics or STOCH, and then you have stochastics RSI right here, and you will see that you'll have something pop up down here. Well, I guess pop down. I don't know. So let's go into the settings here to see how I have the settings, how I have it all set up to make it look like this. So what I do is I double click here or just click the settings or whatever, and I have the same inputs right here. What I do is I just go to style, I remove the background, and I'd like to have these the middle band. I remove the middle band, I don't need that one, and I'd like to have the upper bands as solid lines right here. And also something I've done is I've changed the 80 to the 70 and the 20 to the 30. And then also I have different color schemes right here. So upper band is going to be blue, and then lower band is going to be gray, kind of like the gray that we have already. But I want it to be more visible, so I use a more wider gray, a more brighter gray, I guess, and also a slightly brighter blue. I think that's the one I have. And then I also changed the red one to gray to kind of have it the same color scheme as now. It's actually very different from the one I have, but that's almost like it. So that's how I have the stochastics RSI on my chart, and you can see it on the chart right here. So how do I actually use the stochastics RSI in my trading? By the way, if you want a quick overview of my trading system, you can look at the video that's in the right upper corner of this video right now. Just click that, and you'll that's going to take you to the video where I can explain the very basics of the system. But in today's video, I want to dive into the stochastics RSI. So how do I actually use the stochastics RSI? Now, of course, you'll see that I use the RLZ slingshot indicator. All of these things that you have on the chart, they are actually available as separate indicators as well, but you're going to get a long list of indicators. What I've done is I've taken all the indicators in the system and put it into one indicator. But then the real power of this indicator is the long and the short signals based on the entry triggers of the system, which basically means I don't really have to do a lot of trading. I just have to, I have the alert system set up, so they're going to send me, they send me all the alerts to the to our Discord server, and then I can just look at the alert here, see like, is that a trade? Yeah, that's a trade. So I open up TradingView and I take the trade. So I don't really have to do any manual market scanning. That's the true power of this indicator. And of course you can modify it quite a lot, but I'm not going to talk about the indicator. I'm just going to talk about the stochastics RSI and how it is integrated into the system. So let's take a look at a trade here on Euro NCD. So let's use the replay function here. So what we do here is we're going to be adding the Fibonacci retracement tool. I'm going to ignore that wick. Sometimes I'm ignoring the wick, especially if it's also a big wick on the 1 hour. I kind of ignore that one, and especially if it aligns up with the horizontal levels, which I kind of think this one does. So let's just move forward here and see how this setup lines up. So we're on the 4 hour, and basically what we want to see here is some type of perhaps like a break and retest of this level right here. I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, so we break out. Now we have a breakout right here. Now what we have to do is we have to add a new fib, because like you know, whenever price goes above the 0 or below the reload zone, that fib is invalidated. So now we have a new move where we can put the fib on. So we use that low and this high. We're going to extend it, and now we have a very clear breakout area, which I would say is somewhere around this area. It's a good level for a retest. Now, of course, this is a trend following break and retest system. So we now have the break, and we're now looking for the retest, and we want that rounded retest. And let's see what happens down here. Price goes down and hits the 50, confluent with the daily 50 EMA. And now right there we have a long signal. Why is this a long signal? Well, it's because of the proprietary software, or whatever you want to call it, inside this indicator has now identified that the 4 hour trend is bullish. The 4 hour trend agrees with the daily trend. We're now hitting a good level, a good area where multiple indicators are confluent, and the stochastics RSI is below 30. Now that's the only way to use the stochastics RSI in this system. Do we know exactly all the details of why the stochastics RSI is down here? Do we know exactly why it's giving us a bull cross? No. Do we need to understand that? Not really. All we need to know is how is the stochastics RSI used in the system in terms of an entry, trigger, confirmation indicator, and how do we execute? That's all we have to care about. Now you can be all theoretical about this, like exactly what the stochastics does and how to use it in a better way, blah, 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 all of that. But what you have to remember is trading is all about executing your trade ideas, and that's all we care about. Can this improve the win rate of the system? And I've seen through backtesting that whenever there is a break and retest of a breakout level, whenever it hits the reload zone or the 50, the EMAs, that's a good trade. But when you add the stochastics and make sure that you're only going to buy when stochastics RSI is below 30, or you're only going to sell when stochastics RSI is above 70, you're going to have a much higher win rate. I believe that this system really became much more profitable when I added the stochastics RSI, and I've done this through backtesting. And in the comments to this video, I will link you the backtesting template completely free. You check out the comment, click that link, watch the video in that backtesting template to learn how to use the backtesting template and test this out for yourself. I had a win rate of around 40% before adding this. After adding this, it went up to around 60 and between 60 and 70 in backtesting, which is really, really good, right? So that's when I moved into the realm of, being consistently profitable with a win rate about 50, which is great because that means I'm winning more than I'm losing. So I have more winning trades than losing trades. And a lot of people have below 50% win rate, and that's a whole another psychological battle to know that you're going to be losing more trades than you win. So I really want a trading system that's above 50%. All right, so let's go back to the stochastics RSI and talk about the actual use case for the stochastics RSI. So you want the location. Now for the system, the RLZ method, the location is the area between the 0.786 and the 50% fib. Now this is the reload zone right here. This is where the magic happens. This is where you want most of the bounces. You want the bounces happening here, and then you want like a break and retest of the 50. And then if you have like a 4-hour candle closing above the 50, you want to enter orders on the 50. Now again, I talk about that more in the video detailing the system. This is not exact that. It will look something like this if that would be like the perfect system. But you see here that when price hits the 50% fib right here and you have confirmation of the stochastics RSI, you want to put in entry orders. And in this case right here, we might want to look at the 1 hour, and what might want to place orders here, stop loss down here. Now with the new version of the system, we're going to have our TP1 is going to be, so a retest of the 50, that's going to be an entry, and TP1 is actually going to be up here, so that's going to be a 2-hour trade. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much perfect, right? You get a wick down to the 50 and, fills your orders right here, and then boom, right up to TP1, which kind of front run the zero. But even having right on the zero will be a profitable trade as well. Now you can look at this and say, some trades, some entries, and we can actually remove the replay function here and see if we have any examples of that. Some trades will, we don't have a lot of examples of that right here, but some trades will confirm with, you have a move down into the reload zone. So let's say you have a resistance area right here, price comes up and it breaks that level right here, and then it comes down and retests that level right here. And on the bounce, you see the stochastics RSI being very low, right? But then when the trade is confirmed, when you have a confirmation of a bottom, you have that rounded structure, maybe a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle closing above the 50. So you have the 50% fib right here. So you have that 4-hour candle closing above the 50. And when that candle confirms the setup, you might have stochastics all the way up here. If that happens, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is when there's a bounce, when there's a rounded bottom and a confirmation inside the reload zone, that's the point where stochastics RSI needs to be below 30. If all of that happens, the trade is already confirmed. When that candle closed, if stochastics RSI was below 30, when this happened, the trade is already confirmed, and you can now put in orders on the 50 no matter where the stochastics RSI is. Maybe if the stochastics RSI is above 70 and giving you a bear cross, maybe that's time to kind of like think about the possibility of this not being a good trade. But usually you'll only have like 2 candles after confirmation, 2 or 3 candles, and it's not enough time to have stochastics going all the way above 70. All right, so let's recap quickly here. The way I use the stochastics RSI is very, very simple. And let's be honest, guys, you want a trading system that's super simple. And my trading system, the RLZ Method, is insanely simple. It's literally this, okay? You have an uptrend. Price breaks resistance, breakout, retest, breakout, retest. This is where you buy, this is where you buy. If the 4-hour moving averages are aligned and it's on the 50% fib or the reload zone, you buy here. If there's a confirmation of a bounce on the 50% fib or the reload zone with the 4-hour moving averages, preferably the 4-hour 20 EMA, that's where you buy. That's where you buy. Very, very simple. And you only buy here if stochastics RSI is below 30. You only buy here if stochastics RSI is below 30. That's it. That's all you have to care about. Buy when there's confirmation, stop loss below the low of the confirmation, the low of the move that kind of created the confirmation, that round the bottom, a bullish engulfing candle or whatever, TP at the last local high. The win rate of this system is above 50%, which means that the risk to reward of your trade needs to be 1 or higher for you to be profitable. So if the risk to reward up to the last local high, the first trouble area, is above 1R, you take the trade. It's very good. Let's take a look at my the last week. So I'm recording this video on the 2nd of May 2023. Let's look at my trading journal and let's look at last week. These were the trades I took last week. The first trade, 1.41R, second trade 1.84R, and the third, a loser, minus 0.38. Let's take a look at these. Let's go into the screenshots right here and let's take a look at these. So what do we have? We have a horizontal level, a trend, that's the horizontal level. So a break, rounded retest of that breakout level, rounded bottom or rounded top in this case, confirmation happens on that candle right here, enter orders on the retest of the 50. In this case, the weekly open was the TP1 because it also makes sense from a horizontal support and resistance perspective, and the stochastics RSI giving us a nice rounded top at the point of entry. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Yeah, that might have been a good trade, but just to show you, this is not a good trade according to the stochastics RSI. This is too low. Stochastics RSI is too low. Now, yeah, that would have worked out as well, but most of the time it works out much better if it's above 70. Let's take a look at the other trade, USD CHF. Guys, you gotta save this video. This is how I trade. This is like I'm giving you guys exactly how I'm gonna be trading, but you gotta understand, you can take my system or you can take another trader system, or you can just combine everything you know about trading, but you will still not be profitable unless you have the mental resilience needed to be a trader. So I can show you my system. It has a somewhere between 55 and 65% win rate. I'm quite profitable with this one. I've passed funding challenges and I'm currently funded with this system, and I'm giving it all to you. But you're still not going to be profitable trading the system unless you work on your own trading psychology. And for that, I'm kind of getting a little bit out of topic here, but for that, read the book Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I'm absolutely confident that that will help you and give you everything you know to become a master trader, because that book helps you master your own trading psychology, and that's what you need. Right, let's look at the next trade right here. We have somewhat of a low time frame break of structure right here. Not break of structure, but you have a low time frame horizontal level right here, breaks right here, rounded retest, test the breakdown level right here, rounded top, stochastics, a rounded top, confirmation on that candle, and of course this trade was taken based on the short signals on the indicator. And then I entered orders, actually entered right on right when it broke down here. So right when it broke below the 50, not the perfect trade, but still a pretty decent trade. And then boom, down to the first trouble area, which I'm kind of front running the 0% fib. And then we have a loser. Let's take a look at the loser as well, because that's equally as important, if not more important. So here you have the confirmation of a trade, which kind of broke a level right here, enter orders on the 50, but I managed this very well on the lower time frames, and I placed a stop right here. Let's look at this one. So I placed a stop right here, got stopped out, and then what happened? Well, price went, maybe I don't have a picture there. Anyway, price basically went straight up after that stop loss. So that's a good trade management, and I will of course make more of. Actually, I do have a video on this trade, looking at this trade example on trade management. All right, that's it for the video today. I just want to show you how I use the stochastics RSI, and this is a very simple approach. But like I said, my system is simple, and I believe that most professional traders out there, you ask any professional trader you like, and let them explain their trading to you. And I'm pretty sure that the best ones have a simple system. If you can't explain your system to somebody else in a very simple way, I'm not sure you understand your system yourself. And if you don't understand your system yourself, there is no way you're ever going to be profitable. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Take care.